Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we've got another plague coming through here, and the risk of rebellion is up there. This list is longer now, so the plague has probably spread to a number of places. So we need to get Mesber out of here at this point. This is fully occupied, and we're currently heading up over here to fight these nerds. It should be absolutely fine, and we just won this siege. Excellent. So let's come fight these nerds up over here too. Perfect. So they are out of here. That's going to get stack wiped. And then these guys can come down over here and chase down this army. Actually, I kind of want to come chase this army. Yeah, let's head down this way for now. That seems okay. And this is all going to be under control, no problem here. We're going to win this battle. And then the question is, where are they going to retreat to? I don't know. They're heading this direction, so I'm guessing they're going to retreat here. This should auto-cap, so actually they just retreated right there, and we stack wiped them. Beautiful. So that's excellent. Here's a question. Can we just take all this stuff? No. Okay, so we're going to need to take over Mesber in order to get this done. So I'm going to split this force in half. And I'm going to take half of this unit out over to here. So we're going to do something like this. I want to get these guys I want to get these sieges done simultaneously. We have another force on the way down over here. They're a ways away, though. And we know that Rhodope is going to rebel very soon. So Rhodope is the next location to rebel. That's going to be up over here. So let's get these guys moving up that direction. Beautiful. So that looks fine for now. We do have a scorned family. I'm going to put this guy into the Navy, and that should solve that problem. Let's double check our culture. No culture issue. Beautiful. So far, so good on that front. So Rhodope started their own war of independence. That's fascinating that they didn't join the existing war. Okay, we're going to head on up there, and that looks great. Let's get that going. So these guys are force marching in. They might be heading to Gamal. If they are, that would be wonderful. I'd be absolutely delighted about that. But I really want to get this under control before too many more of these join in. Characine is the next location. So let's take a look at that. Characine is out here. Okay, we've got a force already nearby. So let's move them down, and they're going to be ready to get that taken care of. Beautiful. So we've got good stability at this point. We have good religious, or rather good cultural happiness. This is all looking reasonably good. This is going to be significantly better than the last situation. That's great. So Heptonomus wants peace. We cannot make peace with them yet. We need these sieges to finish first, and we need to take Gamal. So that will happen very shortly. This force march is just about done. Rhodope lost their battle. The siege of Axum is now over. So I want these guys to come and rejoin back over here at Mesber. What's happening here? Okay, that was a big month tick. Ah, a loot was integrated. Okay, that'll do it. So that seems relatively fine. That explains what that was processing for so long. So yeah, this is absolutely fine for the moment. I don't care about Heptonomus's mercenaries down here. They're very irrelevant. So all we need at this point is this, and then auto caps. So actually, this army should turn around, and they should come fight here. We're going to need a new commander in Lower Egypt for that. So let's put in this man. That'll be fine. And then he can just come right on back over here, fight these guys. They gotta go. So that'll be absolutely okay. It's very possible that this war is over before Characine rebels, and that would be fantastic. I'd be absolutely delighted about that one. So we're going to fight these guys. That should be pretty easy for us, and we'll see what happens with this particular siege. Do we want to lose political influence or stability? We're going to take the political influence hit, for sure, right now. So that seems absolutely fine. And these guys are retreating up over this direction, but whatever. We're going to head back over to Mesber. I'd really like to have this siege finish on this tick. If we could have this finished before Cherasine rebels, that would be huge. So we're going to merge these guys back in, and this is at 71%. Let's see. 85. Unfortunate. Okay, so we won this siege up over here. This is now, I think, fully capping. So I don't think we have anything else to do up here. We just need to wait for auto cap here, and this rebellion should be over. So that sounds absolutely great. We'll let all that auto cap. Oh, they have a force right here. Okay, we need to go deal with that. So that's understood, and we're at 85% here. Fingers crossed that that finishes. I'm also wondering what these guys are planning on doing. I think we have to head up here and eliminate them. If they step in over here, they'll stop the auto cap. So let's head over to Hambach. Ah, there's also a force over here. Very rude. I don't care about a Java update. I really, really don't. Okay, so we need to get these guys eliminated, and this force over here is just kind of running around. We're up to 92. This has been such bad luck here. So we're victorious here, and that's expected. We need to fight these guys. And there's Heber Doreen. Okay, so they have rebelled, and that's not necessarily shocking. We're going to head in here, grab this, and then head down and cap. So they joined this. It's really, really bad luck that we didn't get this siege done. Incredibly bad luck there. Also bad luck here. Wow. Okay. We're rolling poorly here. It doesn't really matter, to be clear. We'll just retreat up to like here. Okay. So that seems fine, and if they're going to fight us here, that's completely okay. We'll crush them. No actual problem. They're just going to delay us slightly. We can still piece this out, so that's fine. This is obnoxious, though. So they're going to cap back Gamal, and eventually this fort will fall. Eventually. So these guys are going to finish their retreat. I want them to come back over to Gamal, and they will slowly rebuild their morale. Hopefully they'll get that done in time. The Siege of Mesber is finally done. So we're going to come out over this direction like so. Okay, so we're going to need to come down over here then. There's a fair number of units running around over this way. So that's noted. This is going to be a bit problematic here. I don't actually want these guys to attack here because we're going to stack wipe here. There we go. And now I want to come up over here with this force. And I kind of want to swap these around. So I'm going to send these over to deal with this 2.9k stack. Like this. Okay, we should check in up over this direction. This should be done. And we need to come in over this way. Looks good. So at this point, Rhodope should be peaceable, right? We missed here. Okay. So we're going to have to fight these guys. That's fine. But other than that, that should be peaceable. What else do we have coming up? Crete in 7 months. Okay, so with that in mind, we've got our navy here. We'll move them around. Okay. So that all looks absolutely fine for the moment. This will be an easy victory here. They have another large force coming in over here. Wow. Mostly mercs. Okay, very rude. So we're going to stack wipe this, and then we actually have to come and respond to this because they are a threat to this force here. So we're going to come down and fight here. Okay, so they are fleeing out this way. We're actually locked into this. This is fine. So we won a battle down this direction, which was expected. That siege is going to proceed nicely. And this at this point should be peaceable. Yes. So we're going to take this. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to move these guys back down over here-ish. That should be fine. Now, this awkward situation over here continues to be awkward. Mostly because they're hiring all sorts of mercenaries. But we're going to head on up over this direction to Gamal. So that looks good. This was dealt with. So these guys can head back up over here for now. And I'm going to put them probably on unit reorg. So we're going to need to move them out over here to do that. We just gained 3 free stability, which is phenomenal. Okay, that guy just died. Sure. Okay, unit reorg, please. There we go. And we lost our commander up here. We are going to need to take care of some of these forces. Okay, this is going to be a little awkward. Once again, they've hired a bunch of mercenaries, and we'll have to take care of those. So we've got reinforcements coming in up here. I'm not too worried about this. And we're just hoping that they don't succeed their roles up here first. But who knows? Maybe they do. So we're going to get this army out of here. And how are we doing down this direction? Okay, we're making progress on that. So back up over here, we need to move as soon as this battle is won. We need to move to here. Do we want to force march is the question we should ask here. Yes, I do want to force march. So we're going to do that, and we should be able to get up here quite quickly, but we'll see if we get there in time. I think we're probably going to get there before they get another roll. Yeah, we definitely are. Okay, so that looks good. Now the question is, are we going to win this? Because that didn't go well, that initial roll there. Yeah. I mean, we rolled okay. At the very least, we'll delay it. And that might delay it enough, actually. But these guys, they got to get up here. Actually, I think we might still be able to do this. So at this point, I want to check what's going on out over here. This is the concern. And we can't actually piece this. That sucks. That really turbo sucks. Okay, so we're going to have to fight this and hope that our rolls turn around. We'll see. We have a slight numerical advantage, and we'll see how that goes. It's a nail-biter. That one's a nail-biter. So we won the battle down here. That's expected, and we're going to head up over here. We're going to fight these guys. And then we're finally going to be able to kick these guys out of the rebellion at long, long last. Okay, so that's done. How's this battle going up here? It's actually kind of turning in our favor. This siege is now won. Force march to here. We need to get that done. So this battle turning in our favor is huge. That is incredibly, incredibly important. As long as we win this, we're golden. We still need to get this dealt with. How are we doing on the next rebellion? Ptolemaious Epithera in 2 months. Okay. That's going to be a little dicey. We'll see how that goes. Let's get this dealt with, and then we'll get that capped. This battle's still ongoing, but we are just barely squeaking out a victory there. Just barely. Okay, we won that. That's huge. We need to exit Force March here and here. Those guys need to replenish. So that looks fine, and now we can piece out Mesber, which we will separate piece. So Mesber, we're going to take all of their territory. We cannot force them to abandon for another while. Interesting. So let's go ahead and reset this, and this would be all of these territories, right? So we would go for this, but we can't actually do that either. So we can't force Mesber out just yet. That is very sad, but not the end of the world. Okay, so Hebrew Doreen here. This is going to be victorious for us. There we go. And eventually we'll be able to do this. But not yet. They retreated just to here. And we need to unforce march this. So we're going to cap here. Okay, Ptolemaeus Theron now. So that's these guys right here. So that's fine for the moment. We need to come up over to here and get that siege going. So that's going to be the top priority right now. So we get this done. In theory, we'd be able to piece out Hebrew Doreen at this point, but we maybe can't force them to leave. We can. Okay. You know what? Sure, I'll take it. I don't know why we can do that, but we can't force these guys out. But whatever. So this has become quite a lot larger. I want to see if we can force Mesper out at this point. Yeah, we can't force an ally to abandon someone in a war until 36 months have passed. So that's going to be February before we can do that. So we're going to have to head up over here and start taking over some of this territory. So that's fine. The question is, though, how do we want to handle this? So if we did this right now, this would be, we can't separate piece these guys because they're joining the war. We can't force out these guys just yet. So this is going to be a little awkward for sure. So there's integrated culture happiness. I want to check to see if we have any culture integration issues. We do not. That's good to know. So at this point, let's take grain distribution. There we go. And we're just going to have to buy ourselves a little bit of time here. So I also want to hire a mercenary force like this one down here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put them onto unit reorg. And they are going to be responsible for coming down this direction and defending this territory. Is going to be the idea. So followers of the Risen Lord, that's understood. Veterans moving on. Okay. Sounds good. So this is dealt with up over here. We've only got the 3 rebellious provinces at this time. So we should be able to move through this relatively quickly, right? In theory. So we would need that, we'd need this, and we'd need this. So we can move up directly to here and start up a siege there. That sounds fine. And yes, sue for peace. White peace is imminent in the Heptonomus rebellion. Yeah, that's understood, but we can't actually do a white peace. We can't actually do a peace with them at all. So it's currently October of 1008. We will be able to force Mesber out of this war fairly soon, 1 February. So that'll be a few months. At this point, I want to stop unit reorg, and we're going to need to come down here, and we're going to need to fight Mesber's mercenaries. They apparently have a bunch of gold, so that's fine. So we're going to push these guys back. That is absolutely okay. The next rebellion would be Crete in 2 months, and we do have forces that are relatively nearby for Crete. I want to move these guys over, and I think we can embark both of these. So let's get them in here. There we go. And we're going to embark you and embark you, and we're going to start preemptively sailing over to Crete, somewhere around here. Okay, so that seems fine. That, of course, means that we're not going to be able to get rid of Heptonomus until Crete is dealt with, right? So that is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. But we'll see if they actually end up rebelling. Okay, we won the Siege of Ptolemais Theron. That's a big deal. I want to come grab this for right now. We could almost piece these guys out. Almost. So we're going to need to chase down some of these forces. And it's currently 21 November. We have to wait until February. So that is understood. We're going to need to head up this direction, probably. But we should be able to grab all this. So there's Crete joining the War of Independence. That is not surprising. We're going to have 1 force land here and 1 force land, I guess. Oh, this leader's disloyal. What a jerk. Okay. Now he's loyal. We're going to head out over here. So that should be fine. And we should be able to take Crete back fairly quickly. So this is not surprising that Crete would rebel there. Darn is the next location in 9 months. Okay, so we're going to fight here. That looks good. We're going to get those guys eliminated. Of course, this is obnoxious out over here, but there's not much to be done about that at this exact moment. So we need to keep an eye on this situation up here. That looks fine for now. It is currently December. So we still have to wait a couple of months before we can piece these guys out. That will be a big deal for us. Okay, so we stack wiped this force. Now we're going to come out over here. These guys are going to try to do some sieging, maybe, and that's fine. That'll be a significant waste of their time. So I love it. We're going to drive this force up here and see about eliminating anything up here. And then this is at 64 right now, so that's going to fall very, very soon. It's now January. So that looks great. And we won the siege here. Excellent. So that's now done. Now we just need this location, right? And I want these guys to actually stop moving and force march up to here. I want to get that fast. So that looks great. And Mesmer is still not quite ready to be separate pieced, right? Yeah, 1 February. That's very, very close. So they're just kind of running around out over here right now. They don't have time to cap anything, so that sounds great. Let's just eliminate this force. It's now 1 February, so now let's piece these guys out. Okay, so Mesmer is out of here. Beautiful. So that's done, and now I just want to grab this. Perfect. We're going to force march up over there. We no longer need to do anything about any of these mercs. That war is over. Assyria lacks a governor. We'll put in this guy. How are we doing on Crete? We're definitely making solid progress on Crete. Slaves? Oh, okay. We will not negotiate with slaves. So this is currently a 23k stack, and we can send our 24k stack down this way. And that seems absolutely fine. We'll force march down over to here. There's a lot of forts in this area that we hadn't gotten to yet, so they're going to be pretty impeded in that regard. Okay, so that looks good. That guy gave in to frailty. We need a new governor for Arabia Felix. He's going to be switching off of harsh treatment, and that's understood. Okay, so this is going to auto-cap, and unless these guys are time-gated, we should be able to piece them out. The Siege of Presos is now 1, so I want these guys to come in and stack here with their additional siege engineers. So that looks great. We've almost got that under control. So now the question is, can we Crete? Can we piece out Ptolemaeus Theron? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Consider it done. So that's now completed, and all we need now is Crete. So this is going to bump up to 35, and that's instantly won. This rebellion might be over right now. There will probably be more of it, to be clear, but this is looking very good. So Crete is now fully occupied, so we should be able to separate piece Crete. Naxos. Naxos went with. I did not notice that. Okay, so that is... Delos is controlled by Crete as well. Okay, noted. So we're going to need these guys to embark. Yeah, I definitely did not notice that that went with. That was on me. So we're going to head out over here, and we're going to have one of these land on Naxos, and then there's this army out over here. Yeah, we need to head over this way. I'd really like to catch this. Okay, so we're going to need to send one army in here, and then one army in here. Beautiful. Okay, so we stack wiped that, no problem. This is being capped. And we won against the rebelling slaves, but we did not actually wipe them. So this is going to be a stack wipe. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent stack wipes. Checking in down over here, they are trying to siege here with their mercenaries, so we're going to head on down there. I'd like to have Arabia Felix have an actual leader. That would be a useful thing to have, and that would be like this guy. Okay, so down we go, and this is needing to be assigned. There we go. Perfect. So that looks good. We have reinforcements on the way in, and we'll see if we have enough to actually win that, but we're just trying to buy some time for right now. So these guys don't need to be on force march. We can move them back out over this way. And these guys are now done. We just need this to end. So 42%, we could end this rebellion right now. Darn hasn't rebelled yet and won't for a little bit. This is no longer capped. Noted. So we need this battle to finish up. We are winning it, and then we need to cap here. And we need to cap here. That's all we need at this point. Then we can piece out everything. So that looks great. Let's wrap up this battle. Any moment now. There we go. And head right on up over here. Beautiful. We're at 57% on this siege. I'm going to have these guys start crossing over to help out with the siege and make that go a little faster. Actually, there's this force right here, but we're at 57. Let's just... Oh, we're locked in. Never mind. That's so awkward. Okay, let's just deal with these guys. I was going to use the siege equipment to boost this up, but it's fine. Okay, down over here, this is now fully under control, and we can come in and deal with these mercs. They keep hiring more and more mercs. They clearly have a lot of gold. Okay, so we won this battle. They had nowhere to retreat to, so that is excellent. Let's head on over to utilize our siege engineers. We're at 71% there. They got mercs onto this island somehow. Okay. They have no morale. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sail on over to here. We're going to leave these guys be, and we're going to get these mercs out of here. I just don't want to risk this. We went down to 64% there. Okay, that's exciting. Well, let's go into Knossos and get that under control. Beautiful. So these guys are currently, you know, running around out over here with a bunch of mercenaries. It's fine for the moment. So they have no morale here, and let's just get that out of there. 85, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to stack wipe them right here. Perfect. And then we can re-embark. Nassin joined. That is bad timing. Okay. So we're going to need to force march all the way on up over here. They've got a bunch of forts as well. So that means we're not going to be able to piece out these guys, but, I mean, we'll still be able to piece out Crete at least. Man, that's bad timing. If only this fort had fallen significantly faster. We had a lot of over 50% rolls that we failed in a row, so that is very sad. Evangelism in our lands is understood. Okay. Next location would be in 6 months. Now the Siege of Delos wins. Okay, I see how it is. I'm wondering if maybe we wouldn't be better off to head up here by sea with these forces and then have these guys hanging out over, like, here. It's probably not a bad idea. So let's get going on that. That'll be fine. These guys are going to head right on up over here. They'll arrive there eventually. That's going to take a while, though. So that is absolutely understood. I want to stack wipe this if we can. I have no idea where they're retreating to. Probably down here, I guess. We'll see if we can chase them. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to see if we can maybe get some of these rebellions taken care of. I mean, Crete is probably doable right now, right? So let's go ahead and piece out specifically Crete. Ooh, we can't quite take all of it. We can take the main part of Crete and then make Crete our client state. No, we can make Crete our client state and maybe take the small part of Crete. No, we can't even do that. Just client state. Okay. So Crete is now a client state. We'll have to integrate them later, much like we did with Olby. So that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that one just yet. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.